This afternoon, Pullman transit policies are changing. Find out who will now ride for free.
And Moscow High School is in mourning. Find out why next on Murrow News 8.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good afternoon, I'm DJ Rodman.
And I'm Noah Bolter. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Our top story, Moscow mourns the death of Lance Abendroth, the athletic director at Moscow High. Abendroth first competed in sports in the 1980s when he was attending Moscow Junior High. He was a lifelong Moscow resident and helped his high school team to a state tournament appearance in the 1988-89 season. A close friend of Lance had great things to say about him. Quote, "Lance was a Moscow guy at heart. Condolences go out to those who lost Lance."
The Pullman Fire Department was on campus today after they say a smoke detector went off in Thompson Hall. They say that they were unsure what caused it to go off, but that there was no fire. An ambulance also responded to the fire alarm, but firefighters say it is just protocol.
The Pullman City Council approved a new fare policy last month for Pullman Transit, and today it goes into effect. Murrow News 8 reporter Alex McCollum is live to give us some more details.
That's right, DJ. Youth passengers can now ride on Pullman Transit for free. According to Pullman Radio, this new deal comes as a part of part of Washington State's $17 billion transportation funding package called Move Ahead Washington. Now, the package promises support grants to agencies like Pullman Transit for establishing fare-free youth policies. So if you're 18 years old or younger, all you need to do is show a valid ID to be able to ride the bus for free. Back to you, Noah and DJ.
Happening right now, the Lauren McCluskey Foundation is hosting an awareness and memorial walk over at Newberry Track and Field. Lauren was a Pullman High School and University of Utah student who was murdered by her ex-boyfriend in October of 2018. After her death, investigators found out that Lauren had asked members of campus police for protection, but was ignored. The Lauren McCluskey Foundation hopes to make campuses around the country a safe place for students. For more information about Lauren's story, you can visit laurenmccluskey.org.
The city of Pullman announced the Grand Avenue paving project is set to begin today. While the project is underway, Center Street from Grand Estate is currently closed to eastbound traffic. The construction is planned to be ongoing until Friday. Working times will be from 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. Traffic interruptions should be minimal as well during those times.
A $2.2 million road safety improvement project is underway in Moscow. The city of Moscow aims to fix the damage that occurred during a flood back in 2019 and will add a wider concrete bridge as well as bike lanes and sidewalks. The city of Moscow is hoping to have the project done by the end of October, but there have been delays in finding services to complete the project. This might not be done until spring.
The death toll from Hurricane Ian hits 100 as the search for survivors continues. The hurricane decimated coastal towns and is leaving rescuers to search for survivors as communities now look to rebuild what is now unrecognizable. More than 1,600 people have been rescued in central and southwest Florida since last week. There is still no power or clean drinking water. If you have loved ones or anyone over in Florida, there are plenty of places to donate to help. And coming up, a fun twist on the conventional prom.
Find out how the WSU Gender Sexuality Alliance is challenging societal roles. Next on Murrow News 8.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work.
Thanks.
You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot, your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
On October 22nd, the Gender Sexuality Alliance is hosting its queer prom at the Ellison S. Floyd Cultural Center. According to the Daily Evergreen, this is the second queer prom, and they are hoping to make it an annual event. GSA Chair Annalise Rorem says that the event is important for people to express themselves in ways that they have not been able to in the past. The expected turnout is around 200 people and is free for all WSU students. Idaho Fish and Game will be restocking the Spring Valley Reservoir with thousands of rainbow trout next week. 3,500 catchable trout will be released into the reservoir. Noah, I know you have a funny story for us. Don't tell the people.
Now, confession time. The last time I went fishing, I accidentally wormed my auntie in the middle of my backswing. Daniela, if I am to redeem myself at the Palouse River this weekend, what's the weather going to be like?
Thank you so much, Noah. Let's go over here to look at the weather. So, if you want to go fishing, for today's high, we have a high of 7 and a low of 45. We are expecting 9 miles per hour wind. Sunrise came around 6:50 a.m. with a sunset of 6:24 p.m. So the sunset is expected to go down earlier. For tomorrow, we are expecting a high of 78 degrees and a low of 45. With the sunrise being at 6:52 a.m. and the sunset setting at 6:24.
And winds 3 to 8 miles per hour, calm winds. And then let's look at the 5, how Washington's looking. Okay, so take a look over here at Pullman. Sorry, let me move out of the way. 77 with the highs and a low of 45. And then we go over to Spokane with a high of 80 and a low of 49. And looking at the Tri-Cities area, we have a high of 83 and a low of 53. Now let's take a trip to the west side, a high of 77 and a low of 56. Olympia looking pretty hot out there with the 80 of a high and a low of 52. This is actually pretty hot for the seasonal temperatures that we would be expecting during this time of year. But right now, that's what we're dealing with. Looking over at the 5-day forecast for Tuesday, it's going to be pretty sunny with 78 and a low of 45. On Wednesday, looking same temperatures, 78, low of 44. On Thursday, we're expecting a high of 78 and a low of 46. And on Friday, a high of 76 and a low of 46. And on Saturday, a high of 76 and a low of 44. All those days will be pretty sunny, so it's not time to get out your jackets yet. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Daniela. When we come back, find out why this past Sunday was a particularly special win for WSU soccer.
And what Jake Dickert says this homecoming win means for the football team. Next on Murrow News 8.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. He's tough enough to feed the man who gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right, no employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, no. This warrior will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
It was an exciting weekend in the wonderful world of sports. Let's kick things off at Martin Stadium, where the Cougs had a dominant showing against California, well, at least in the second half. The defense started the game strong, making quick stops to Cal's ground game. They ultimately held Cal running back Jaden Ott to just 69 yards the entire game. The second half is when the offense came to life, with the Cougs scoring 21 of its 28 total points in the last 2 quarters. Interesting to note, Billy Revere III, nicknamed Thor by our own Aaron Monson, made his first career touchdown, the first TD by a WSU tight end since 2011. Coach Dickert says the team knows how much this win means, but has a lot more to do to keep the successes going.
There's a lot left for this team, and it's very hungry, and they're very focused, and, you know, winning in the Pac-12 is hard. You know, to defend our turf on homecoming, you know, was special, and that was the goal this week, and to come out 1-0, that's exactly where we wanted to be.
The Cougs will ride their win all the way to USC for an away game on Saturday. And down at the lower soccer field, the nationally ranked Cougar soccer team rode an early goal to a record-tying win. Facing off against Utah yesterday afternoon, senior Grayson Lynch launched a ball into an empty net in the 8th minute to make it 1-0. Sophomore goalkeeper Nadia Cooper defended against 5 shots on the goal. Those saves, matched with a strong offense, kept the final to 1-0 WSU. Right now, the team is unbeaten in 10 straight matches, the longest stretch since starting the 2018 season on a 10-game winning streak. The 8-1-2 Cougs will hit the road to take on Cal Thursday afternoon. And speaking of records, head coach Todd Schulenberger set a new one with Sunday's win. Taking down Utah marked his 89th career victory with the team, making him the program's all-time winningest coach. In reflecting on the achievement, Schulenberger thanked all the people around him who lifted him to success.
I'm a lucky man. I had some great coaches with me, some great players, still do. Credit to this group here for getting that done.
Advanced the program through numerous NCAA playoff berths, national awards, and players drafted into the professional league.
Next on Murrow News 8, we take a look at the new Seattle sports team mascot and where the inspiration came from after this. Oh, wow, okay.
After years of planning and brainstorming, the Kraken officially have a new mascot. The Fremont Troll sculpture in Seattle inspired Bowie, the friendly sea troll that you can now see at every Kraken home game. His flow, hairstyle, and chipped tooth smile embody the hockey player spirit in its fullest.
I will say, no, that is a funny looking mascot. But thank you guys for watching. If you missed anything in this or any of our previous newscasts, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel, see us on our Twitter or Instagram.
More news can be found at nwpb.org/MurrowNews8. I love Bowie, and you can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night.